Okay, so we're just going to go over briefly today some commands that you can use from the terminal for Podman for being able to have it run different actions within the terminal. So, first things first, when we put Podman, just typing that, we can go ahead and get, and press enter, we get a list of commands. Typically the syntax will be something along the lines of Podman, and then what an option is, and then a command. And so this is a very long list by itself, but some of the most important ones are going to be Podman run. So think of, again, like Olama or OpenLlama is a good example of this. Whenever you think of those commands there for running that, will typically Olama run, and then it'll end up actually either running the model or it will end up pulling down the model from the cloud server that it's currently at. And within the container space, those are typically referred to as registries. So when you hear registry, typically you're going to think of a cloud environment or a cloud service that is being used for the specific purpose of holding onto containers. So docker.io is a registry for containers. Google Public Cloud, I think was at GPC, that's a registry. Quay.io is a registry, that's QUAY.io is a registry for Red Hat. And there are a few others that are on the public cloud. AWS, that has a registry. I think was it Elastic Containers, EC2. But the main point to take away from that, though, is that if a container, which is what Podman and Docker both run, if there is one that is already on a certain cloud or a certain registry, then if you run the command either the run or the pull, it will end up pulling or really bringing that down from wherever it's at, from where that registry is, if you've synchronized your service with it to then run locally, or if that is what you want to end up doing with it. So we can do. So there's just a number of different things here, and this is plenty overwhelming just by itself. So we hit clear because we don't want to have that. One of the main, so let's see, so if you hit Podman PS, you can see what containers are currently running or listed, excuse me. Right now we don't have any because we're not hosting anything locally here. So let's do what else. Oh, excuse me. So Podman, now we can do Podman health check. And that just lets us know if we're going to be having, or how the health is on a container. So is a container, which you can think of container as large, or as an isolated instance of a program that can be connected to your local hardware, but run independent of it. Let's see, we can do, Podman PS being a, just listing out where the containers currently are. So then Podman push, now Podman pull would be pulling it down, so you can have it on there on your own local machine. Podman push, if you were wanting to push it up to the cloud. Let's see, Podman rename, if you want to rename a container. Podman restart. Oh, that's right. It's only if you end up having a container to, I've done that with a container. And then Podman stop. So again, if you don't have any containers running or you don't have anything, it won't do anything. And then let's see, Podman update. So again, no containers running, so there's really nothing that's going to be happening with it. But once you've installed Podman, and whatever it is you want to do, you can go ahead and start. So let's see, let's do one that's Llama. So so for example, so I have a few different registries that I've linked to, so I can either, and they're all different versions of it, so, but let's just do, docker.io. And so in that case, I don't think I've actually logged into Docker, so I'm not going to have access to it. But that really is just something to consider if you are looking at just pulling something out of there. So there's security in there, and the fact that typically you'll have to still log in, have an account with Docker, or have been given access through somebody else's service to be able to get access to those containers that are linked to that registry. So a little less exciting than some of the other ones, and more on just the commands, but the point is that to get comfortable with working with Podman, Docker, things like this from the command line, which uses less energy, takes up less memory, and overall will allow for just faster result. Granted, the learning curve is a little steep, but I have every confidence anybody to be able to run through that easy peasy like. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.